The future is bleak. The prime issue is a food shortage. Starvation and malnutrition are the prime cause of death, as well as related diseases. The committee manages and controls almost everything now. Doctors have the never-ending task of trying to resolve the issue, or at least improve the situation. Which leads us to the current scene.
So, the department just scrubbed the entire desk?
Typical.
And here we are, seeing if we can change the world.
Stop that, will you? I'm trying to stay calm and you're not exactly helping.
Then why did you have me tag along?
You invited yourself along.
You're really serious about this, aren't you?
I didn't spend all of my allocated off-duty time working on this research and compiling this proposal for fun.
Do you think it will work?
My proposal or my research?
Either of them.
It has to. They both have to work. We're living in a pit, Vox, a cesspool. Every day the people silently plead for us to pull them out, and we have to tell them that we don't have any idea how to do that yet.
Do you think that all that there will be enough?
You're doubting my research?
I would hardly dream of it, but I can't say I'm not worried.
About what specifically?
There have been others, you know. Bright, slightly quirky optimists with a grand plan for how to solve the big problems. And the committee sent those people away.
I know, but I have something real here, something tangible. I've got data, simulation samples, and a concrete plan. And I ran this by several other division members.
So that's where all this extra confidence came from.
Thank you. Besides, I'm the only one with a plan for a permanent solution.
Dr. Monda would disagree with you.
Dr. Monda is insane, and if he is not insane, then he is an idiot. His short-sighted obsession with spare parts surgery is absurd. Batteries and motors cannot replace a digestive system.
Okay. Do you think the committee will approve?
It's the committee's duty to act in the interest of the people. If this goes through, it will benefit all of us.
I know. I'm just worried that they might not see it the same way as you.
Please don't worry. If we both worry, I'll get cold feet.
You ready?
Emotionally? Not really.
I'll wait for you out here. Just stay calm, state your case, and go from there. You'll do great.
Thank you, Vox.
Now admitting Dr. Faraday. I repeat, the committee will now see Dr. Faraday.
Goodness, why is it always so cold in here? Good morrow, committee.
Dr. Faraday, the ration tables for the coming cycle are due for completion. Why do you delay?
Come on, like you practiced. Well, you see, recent studies of the populace and the table requirements have shown that each of our citizens on average are living on 1,000 to 900 calories a day at best.
That is sufficient.
Forgive me, but I must disagree with you. 1,000 calories a day is under half of what humans require.
Under the current agricultural strain, that is sufficient.
I fully understand the compromises that must be made under the circumstances. However, the need to lift those compromises is why I requested this audience.
Elaborate.
I have here a proposal for a long-term solution that can solve our famine issue.
Present your proposal.
I am proposing what I call soil revitalization, a process that fills the soil with vital nutrients again through a combination of chemical treatments as well as some admittedly morbid means, like switching our current burial procedures to natural means, by which the dead decompose naturally and are absorbed into the soil. We can give the earth back minerals and vitamins essential to creating large amounts of surplus crops that could then feed the larger populace. There are other major elements of this plan, all of which are detailed in my proposal. I have performed several simulations and experiments in my own time, of course, and the data I have collected is incredibly promising. If we can proceed to high-grade testing and even prototyping, this can bring us out of these dark times and save countless lives. I have included all of my charts and even a prospective timeline for such an operation. All the necessary factors have been taken into account: available resources, workforces, the population size that must be served, etc. I truly believe that this can turn the tide, that it can ensure a safe, healthy, prosperous future for ourselves, our children, and our children's children. That is what I believe. That is what my fellow colleagues who have seen this believe. And it is what you should believe too. My division and I can make this a reality. So committee, with all that stated, I request permission to proceed with advanced testing and with the implementation of this program for the benefit of all. You did it, Farah. You did it.
Disjunction. The committee does not agree.
What?
Disjunction. The committee does not agree.
But why?
Explanation. Your proposal is based on experimental research.
So?
Experimental research and procedures incur risk. Risk is a threat to continuous existence. We must survive.
All of our research is experimental and risky on some level. If we aren't willing to take some kind of risks, we won't make any progress.
The level of risk that would be incurred by your proposal is unacceptable. It would threaten the prospect of continued existence. Therefore, the committee does not agree. We must survive.
But that doesn't even...
There are further reasons. Your proposal demands a large investment of resources.
Over a long period of time, not all at once.
A large investment of resources without collateral ensurement. The resources required for your proposal are barely available. Further strain would be incurred, compounding the present risk. Our limited resources cannot be spent irresponsibly. We must survive.
It's spread out across a long period of time, and the summary you released, which I took into account when I made this, clearly states...
You miscalculated. There is insufficient data. The risk presented by your proposal and the further strain it would put on available resources render it unacceptable. Therefore, the committee does not...
That doesn't make any sense. None of what you said makes any sense. I spent all of my available time working on that proposal, perfecting the math and the ratios, meticulously drafting out each stage, scrutinizing every resource summary published, and lost sleep over ensuring that they were safety nets. And you're telling me that I'm wrong? That my colleagues, some of the most brilliant and accomplished minds in recent history, are wrong?
You are speaking out of turn. You will be...
Oh, I did not miscalculate. How? After all the time I spent considering you in this proposal is not worth your consideration? How is not a single aspect of this plan not even worth discussing further? I will not be dismissed without a good reason.
Dr. Faraday, your tone is inappropriate.
And how is it that you can say we don't have the resources when we clearly do?
You question the validity of the committee's logic.
Yes. You are contradicting the very reports and documents that you published for me and my colleagues to use. There is no reason for you to contradict those reports unless you're trying to lie.
Your dissent is unacceptable. You will be silent.
I won't be silent where people are dying and you reject a perfectly serviceable solution.
You will be silent.
I will not.
You will be silent.
Committee?
You will be silent. You will be silent. Dr. Faraday, your proposal contains unacceptable levels of risk and is a drain on our limited resources. It is not fit for purpose. Therefore, the committee does not agree. Do you understand this verdict and its reasoning?
Yes.
Do you accept this verdict and its reasoning? Dr. Faraday, do you accept this verdict and its reasoning?
Yes.
The ration tables are due for completion. Return to your workstation and finalize the distribution values. Begin with Class 4 sectors and personnel. Start the work immediately.
Come on, Vox. You don't have the right to get impatient right now. You chose to come along for the ride. Hey, there she is, my favorite dreamer girl. So, how'd it go? Farah, you there? Hello? Anybody home? Hey, Vox in the world to Faraday. Hey, Farah, talk to me. You okay? Everything alright? Farah? Farah, what's wrong? Farah? Oh no. Oh, Farah, no. Shh. Just let it all out, Farah. Let it all out.
The city and its citizens are a drain on our resources. We must survive. Shut down the outer rings of the city. Begin with Class 0 sectors. All wasteful and unnecessary power usage must be eliminated. Civilian rations will be further diminished in the next 3 cycles. Class 0 citizens are a drain. They must be made useful. Industrial sectors require automation and costless labor. Class 0 citizens will be forcibly enlisted. Any resistance will be punished. Those that are not willing must be made willing. Dr. Murta's research could be useful in that department. Munda will be summoned. All threats to our survival and authority must be eliminated. Dr. Faraday is a threat to our survival. Dr. Faraday is a threat to our authority. Dr. Faraday must be eliminated. Complication. Dr. Faraday is a lead division scientist. She holds prominence. Sudden disappearance would raise questions. Her mind is a valuable resource. Her ideas are a drain on our resources. Her mind is a threat to our authority. Her division supports her. Liquefy her division. Not possible. Suspicion would rise. Resources would be drained. Faraday and her division pose a threat. The threat must be removed. A solution must be that we must survive. Solution. The division will be ordered to disperse in 10 cycles. Its members reassigned. Faraday will be discreetly disposed of during the transition period. She will be made to disappear, and if she becomes a more prominent threat prior to the assignment, she will be terminated in a road accident, or perhaps in her dwelling. Faraday would be eliminated. Her supporters would be dispersed. The threat would be neutralized. Survival and authority would be secure. Conjunction. The city will be downsized. Class 0 citizens will be repurposed. Faraday's division will be dispersed. Faraday herself will be discreetly disposed of. If she raises any threat against us ahead of schedule, she will be destroyed.